Moving forward, we are going to use our worksheet from the first assignment to create two separate charts, in addition to exploring some other things such as conditional formatting, chart formatting and layout, and other attributes that we've learned from our previous 4 chapters. So first, let's go ahead and change our sheet tab name to Analysis of Indirect Expenses. Press enter. Okay, the first chart we're going to do will be, a bar graph chart. This will come from selecting our indirect expenses and then the corresponding totals. I'm going to go up here to our Insert tab, to 3D Clustered. And why don't we move this to a new sheet, and we will call the sheet Summary of Indirect Expenses. So we're going to start by changing our chart title to Summary Indirect Expenses. So once you've established your chart, let's go ahead and add some elements. So first we're going to do a primary horizontal axis title. And we'll change this title to Expense Categories. Next, we'll do a vertical. And we'll call this Costs. Okay. Next, go ahead and choose a chart design of your choosing that illustrates the numerics of each column. So you could do something like this, or this. I'll stick with this here. That way you can, from a visual perspective, know what each column is being valued at. Okay, next, go back to your sheet. So going back to your data sheet, we're next going to create a chart that indicates net income by room. To do that, we're going to select row 3 in B through I, and then select the net income figures below. So we can do this chart-wise, could be columns, pie. Why don't we try a pie chart for this one? So 3D pie. As before, we'll move the chart to a new sheet. We'll call this Net Income by Room. Change our chart title. And then start playing with some elements. So why don't we get our data labels on the, we'll go inside end. See how that looks. Okay. Again, move around. So why don't we choose this, but we will maneuver our data labels to more the inside out. See, best fit. Okay, so this helps a little more in terms of being able to see. We have our data here, so you can always adjust your area so that it covers more. Okay, if we were wanting to, we can actually switch our information as well. So if you switch column and row, here you get the total figure, so which for us would be obviously useless. However, if we go back to our other chart and do the same, kind of have a little more applicable use. So here we have each bar is representative of an industry and color coded according to the price. So why don't we leave that, switching our row and columns, and move back to our data sheet. The final step we're going to do is a conditional formatting. I want you to go ahead and select all of the indirect expense numbers. Okay, from these, let's go to our conditional formatting, top, bottom. I want to know what are the 10 highest expenses, so our top 10. We'll stick with the light fill red. And there you can see that. You can see here that 8 of our 10 expenses, highest expenses, are associated with the lounge and restaurant. Therefore, if someone were to use this for business purposes, they could easily identify then where possible cost-cutting efforts could be taken. So that is it. Submit your worksheet as finished.